herb and harvest here, and it finally hit. Them freezing temperatures has finally touched out at DFW zone 8B, and it's colder than the polar bear's toenails out here. But I'm gonna use this cold snap as an opportunity to do something that I should have been doing that I haven't been doing, and that's sow some seeds. Now I know what you're thinking. Why would you sow seeds when it's colder than an Eskimo eating an ice cream pie? Well, believe it or not, there are certain seeds like lavender, chamomile, calendula, and strawberry, along with a lot of others, that actually need that cold period and moist period to kind of make that seed go into like a hibernation stage. And as that seed kind of goes into that hibernation stage and protects itself, soon as that thaw period hits, that seed will then begin busting out to just start germinating and start growing like crazy. And some seeds, unless they have a certain period of cold stratification, they won't even do anything at all. I mean, good luck getting them to germinate. So now I think that's what happened to my lavender last year, that I just couldn't get to grow. I think I just didn't have any cold stratification period. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and sow some of these seeds out here during this cold period. With that being said, here are 4 seeds that you can sow during the winter cold months.
So without further ado, number 4 on the list is lupines. Lupines are a beautiful blue flower, very great pollinators, and they are actually close cousins of the bluebonnets. They are all in the lupine family. These seeds are best to sow during the late fall, typically a few weeks before the first frost, but you can actually sow these seeds as late as the early part of winter. So, for us, it'll be roughly January-ish, between late December-ish to, late January-ish. This allows them to kind of, establish the roots a little bit and then go dormant. And as soon as they thaw, those plants will start blooming like crazy. And it's okay if you miss the fall planting window, because you can sow these seeds late winter or even early spring. Number 3 on the list is chamomile. Chamomile is a great herb to add to your tea collection, as well as a pollinator. All you simply do is direct sow the seed into the garden 4 to 6 weeks before the last spring frost. But you can get them in the ground early as late winter, somewhere around January-ish. Number 2 on the list, calendula. Calendula is another great pollinator, as well as another great flower to add to your herbal collection, as well as has medicinal benefits. Direct sow these seeds late fall or early winter, and they'll be ready for spring. Now, last on the list, coming in at number 1, is strawberries. Even though strawberries are often sold in the spring, they are best planted, if you are planting by seed, they are best planted right at the beginning or just before that first good frost date. So for us, roughly early January would be a good time to sow the seeds. Now, if you're doing bare roots, it's better to plant those in the late fall so that you can establish a root system. And then during the actual winter time, they like that cold so they can go dormant and they'll kind of protect themselves. And as soon as spring hit, they'll wake up out of that dormancy, and you'll just have strawberries all over the place. Here's my list of 4 things that I'm planting this spring that I'm going to sow in January so that I can have a better yield. Now, if you didn't get a chance and you kind of missed your window and you're coming out of that spring, it's okay, because you can duplicate the whole cold stratification process by sticking your seeds in a wet paper towel and then sticking them in the freezer for anywhere for a couple days to a week, depending on the recommended time frame, and then taking those out and then planting them. So all you're simply doing is duplicating what nature normally does. And remember, gardening don't got to be complicated or expensive. Just get out and grow something.